Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today with a quick update video here, actually with respect to the Blue Marble event that's coming up very shortly here, just after the weekend is over. So, as you guys can see in the event selection screen, there's actually now a preview state for the Target Blue Marble event, and very interesting because obviously we know this is basically going to be the next version of Dark Dimension coming into Marvel Strike Force. And remember, to get through this mode and ultimately to unlock Blue Marble being the next meta changing character, you are going to be requiring to build up, some of these non-mythic Cosmic, City, Global, and Conqueror characters at the T3 level 4 Ice Wave Purple, right? Now keep in mind too, it's interesting because obviously this is the first time that we use a Conqueror tag, and then as well they also have the any traits that we've typically seen in the past Dark Dimensions. Now what's interesting is this is now available in game, so you can actually already see some of the nodes that you'll be working your way top down, but at the same time as well, even the rewards that it's gonna actually provide for you. So you can see all you have to do is simply just tap into the preview state here, and as you can see, it's located in the Dark Dimension category here as well, which is great because now we know with 100% certainty that obviously it's going to keep track of the leaderboard of completion. But also what I really like about this is the fact that we're going to be able to preview successfully, which teams work and which teams don't, as whales and spenders get, their certain characters and team synergies leveled up. So I'll give you an example, right? If we just head over to Dark Dimension 8, and let's just take a look. Oh, this was done so long ago, as you can see, almost a year ago. Just, I think it was just me testing out some teams, but you can see here, if you take a look at Mission 1, that's obviously my attempt. If you hit the bar graph there right below the eye for additional information, you can actually see the global damage leaderboard, right? And this usually gives you some information and insight on, which players actually use their teams to actually get the highest damage. So we can use this as a really good way to kind of reference, which teams and synergies are going to work. And that's why I always say, caution what you invest and build right now. Best to wait for the event to go live because everyone's going to be gunning for this event. And at the same time too, red stars also tied back to the number of nodes that you complete. So obviously there's just tons and tons of incentive for the spenders to get ahead on this event. And at the same time, we can learn and take that insight in as well. So that way we can make the best decision. So right now, I do feel like Fantastic Four, as well as Insidious, they're going to be playing a very, very pivotal role for this event. But again, let's trust but verify. Wait for the spenders to go ahead with this event. And what was also promising as well is, as you guys can see on this Target Blue Marble preview for Node 1, now we can actually take a look at what possible rewards are going to be provided after you complete the node, and also at the same time as well, you can already see which enemies we're up against. So for this Node 1, for example, we're getting some Ice Wave Purple 4 after you complete it, in addition to some T4 mats, but it doesn't look too bad so far, guys. As you can see, right? We're up against Silver Sable, some historically dated characters like Iron Patriot here, part of the Cabal team. But you do see the synergy here of obviously Vigilante with the Super Scroll, some dated characters like Spire Society, and then Night Stalkers 2 are quite dated now at this point. So it doesn't actually look too bad. And what's also promising is that these characters are only at gear tier 18. They're not even in Crimson gear. So obviously this ramps up as you proceed, right? So taking a look at Mission 2 here, you can see we're gonna get some Mega Orb fragments here. This is interesting, this Blue Marble icon. So I suspect this is probably gonna be tied back to some Red Star opportunities. Depending on how far you get, that's gonna translate to the Red Stars there. Obviously some Mega Gold Orbs, which is always nice to have. But again, even for the first 2 nodes so far, and this is the first time that you're gonna be using the Conquerors team, I mean, you can see some of these characters like, Franklin does have a lot more power, even though he's at gear tier 18, but same with Quasar, but that's probably due to some sort of stats behind the scenes, right? As compared to some of the older characters that just don't have as much TCP here, especially when you look at, historically dated characters like the Masters of Evil. So yeah, it's nice. You can preview it, like I said, and then, I would say most of us are going to be able to get the first 2 nodes done with no issues. But then Mission 3, remember, this is where you're going to start needing to have level 5 Ice Wave. And there's only been one event, and it just wrapped up, and we barely have any of this, right? So just be mindful of that. But you can see even for Mission 3 here, they're still actually at gear tier 18. So it doesn't actually look too bad of an event overall, especially since they're not even at Crimson gear. And Mission 4, this is the first one where you finally start seeing Crimson gear characters. In addition to that, it does look like it's getting a bit heavier, but keep in mind, this is also where you're going to see that it shifts quite a bit because we get the Conquerors node for, again, I think it was mission 2, mission 3's Conquerors, and then it pivots over to the non-mythic Cosmic section, which is likely going to be utilizing the investments that we've already made to Fantastic Four. And then what's also nice about this, remember, the one thing that's different about this type of Dark Dimension-esque event compared to the previous ones is that there's also going to be passive bonuses applied. So I don't think there's anything in the first node. If you hit here for the down arrow, there's no mods. Yeah, that's the right word I'm looking for, mods. But if you start at mission 2, you can see this is why Insidious, Fantastic Four, and as well as Brimstone, they're gonna have a lot of value, because you can see all the different passive bonuses that are gonna be in the behind the scenes, right? And really, it's meant to, you know, add value to the teams that we already built up since chapter 2. So for example, Insidious gains 100% speed bar. You'll see that you know, characters like Brimstone, they're gonna be gaining 6 energy on spawn. Fantastic Four also gaining offense up, speed up. It's a little messy here right now. It's kind of lagging a bit when I scroll through, probably because of all the different passives that they added here. But also keep in mind too, what's different about mission 4 compared to the previous 3 is that this is where you'll also start seeing some specific arena bonuses being applied to this team. So that's why they say mission 4 mission type arena, because arena bonuses are going to be active. So obviously favors Fantastic Four significantly. So that's why they're going to have a, you know, competitive advantage against, let's say, you know, you just threw in a character like Quasar or Blastar, still being non-mythic Cosmic, but they don't have arena bonuses, right? And then same thing for mission 5, and then obviously work our way top down now. Mission 6 is where you start seeing it shift over from arena to raid, and obviously this benefits the Insidious because they're the city team that's expected here. And you can see this as well in the packs, right? Insidious gaining their benefits. They're also going to be gaining the raid bonuses. So that's mission 6 and 7. And then it does pivot over to Brimstone here being utilized for mission type war, mainly the non-mythic global characters. But keep in mind, we won't have our complete Brimstone team because not all of them are classified as global characters. So just be mindful of that, but just know that characters that you utilize in global and in war, they're going to be gaining, they're going to be double dipping their rewards. And remember, Brimstone is going to benefit greatly because of their passive bonuses. And last but not least, you do see here at mission 10, obviously we're going to be up against the Juggernaut here in Blue Marvel, but all the packs are going to be activated for us to take advantage of at the meantime. And again, wait and see how the spenders do it, guys. But at the end of the day, it's nice that we already have this preview state, and it doesn't look too bad, honestly speaking. It's what we'd expect, but most of us are going to get the first 2 done right away, the first 2 nodes, node 1 and node 2. Node 3, the bottleneck obviously is going to be ISO 5, but after that is done, I mean, you only need purple 4 for mission 4, and then finally you need purple 5 for mission 5. So most of us will have until December to maximize the red stars, guys. But yeah, it's great that it's in game now. In case you guys want to preview and prepare, I just want to circulate this to you so that way you can already start preparing. There you guys have it. We'll see what it looks like once the event goes live, obviously, and be mindful of, you know, how the whales and spenders are going to progress in this event, and keep you posted as we see back more information. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.